I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans as they match up with the second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, they can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The Ravens offense set to go now as they'll have it on this opening drive of the contest. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong.
Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. From the 16, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Jackson looking to throw on third. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. On third down, Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. A red zone situation coming up. We'll see how this defense can respond to an impending first and goal. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Now Watson on third and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter.
So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On third and one, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Jackson now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? First and 10 in the red zone. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To throw is Jackson. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll look to run with Ingram, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score. As we drop you into the action, it's second down, 2nd and 5, inside the red zone. Jackson, option right, and he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Tight game here, but this offense does have the lead. Decent amount of time on the clock, and the defense has all 3 timeouts. So can the offense manage things and milk this clock away? It's time to find out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Ingram. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Well, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. Finding fouls complete. That's good for a Texan. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. To throw is Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Fourth quarter, tight spot here. Kicking team down by 3, going for the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Baltimore, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a bit of a set.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Nick Foles and the Jacksonville Jaguars as they take on Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? It's 3rd and long for Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll run here with Mack. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I'm going to hit you all.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level, that's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. Brissett to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
A 22-yard attempt.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Foles. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the... A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Fournette, a first down carry. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
16 yards, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Foles. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
It's going to be a long...
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Foles. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So it's 3rd down, ball inside the red zone, and this defense looking to get the stop they need. On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett to the right side to Eric Ebron. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Let's jump back into the action with this defense up against a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a...
this offense has struggled. They have not scored yet. They trail, but a chance here late in the second quarter to try to get some points on the board. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6. A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Fournette fighting through, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they were in search of a short. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Jaguars get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are, but sometimes that binds you up.
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 40. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Play action now. Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Now Brissett. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Colts, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
No Nick Foles, but a Super Bowl rematch regardless. It's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. Straight ahead, a rematch from that memorable Super Bowl 52 that brought us the Philly Special and brought these fans their first title ever, as we'll see the New England Patriots take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, this place will be electric this afternoon. And for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They, too, come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz in his 4th season now out of North Dakota State, ready to bring out this Eagles offense. And he's had to sit and watch Nick Foles under center during Philly's last 2 playoff runs. So health will be a key for Wentz in 2019, no doubt.
Go. 180!
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do. And we're talking about Jason Kelsey now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Jamie Collins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. So out come the Patriots here. The scoreboard says goose eggs right now, but we might be changing that momentarily. The offense with the football in the red zone. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. For New England, this is how they will line things up defensively. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. 2 different things. They combine them.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. These 2 teams, the Eagles and the Pats, did not meet in the regular season last year, so their last official bout was in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Everybody remembers that one with the Eagles staking claim to their first ever title. And the Philly special went down in football history with Nick Foles catching the pass from Trey Burton in the end zone. What a game that was. They'll try and run it now with Sproles. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Sproles, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play? Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 30. A field goal from here is 60+, so the offense stays out there. They're going on 4th down. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 17 yards on the first down. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. It's complete. James White. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that, short. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. Second quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. On first down, Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Sproles. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Alshon Jeffrey, so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
That one goes for 24 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Now Wentz on third down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120! Watch 54. Here we go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Howard. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go, B, let's go.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty. Defense looking for a stop. Offense needing points. Let's find out what happens.
Let's go.
From midfield, here's Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. Tom Brady needing a fourth-quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Caught by the tight end, Watson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards there, first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
They come out here in the eye. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no.
So we drop you into this situation. The game is tied, late fourth quarter. This offense starting with the ball on their own side of the field, and they do have all 3 timeouts looking to get into field goal range. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Throwing again on second down. Wentz, clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Sproles. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go counter with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go. 120!
It's game situation. Let's go.
Back to throw. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles.
It's Gurley power. Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And a few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And we drop you in here under the lights. First drive of the contest. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So here's the situation. They forced the fumble, got the football, and now they have it in the red zone, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Gone. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, here's Gone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? On 3rd down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They'll give him a yard on the play. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And look at this, it's a fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's... A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, Goff. And my goodness, this is incomplete. No luck for the Rams. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Let's go.
Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. We've hit the 2. Second quarter here. The game coming up in a couple of minutes. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score, and the Bears have taken the lead. Just over 90 seconds to go in the first half. The offense with a football, but they have it in their own territory. Now a first down throw. Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On first and 10, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Goff now looks to throw. He gets it to Cooks. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Here we go.
Cooks now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Value three.
Again, Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. To the air again. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. Out of the gun, Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So here we go, back to the action. Football in the red zone. And a big third down play coming up for this defense. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He's got Burton here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton. A big play has this offense in prime position to get 6 points. They'll have a first and goal upcoming from the 5. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we?
A tough spot for this defense, no doubt. Even a field goal here might be enough to end this thing. They've got to be thinking turnover here. Let's see if they can get one. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you bring pressure at you.
Now this offense definitely needs points here to get back in this football game. They can start to chip away right now. Goff on 1st down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack on 1st down, Goff, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, Goff. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all.
1-score game, 7 points here in the 4th quarter. This offense, they need to get the football back on this onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. The risk-reward of the onside kick when you play, and here they get.
180!
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. second down. It's Montgomery, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay. One last throw here for Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bears, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.